Let's go outside, let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk. Hi everybody and welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker and we've got a super show for you today. Brett is back as our co-host. We are so delighted. Ted skipped town again and I went, oh my gosh, you've got to get back here, Brett.
I told him he's going to lose his job. He keeps leaving.
I told him that too. He didn't believe me. I can't tell you. I don't know what's going on here. We've got Nancy Haddock is with us and Judy Koch. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And this adorable little Yorkie. And this Yorkie, and her name is May. And she is our dog of the week. Now tell me what you know about Yorkies.
Well, they're pretty active little dogs.
Yeah.
That love to be played with, love to be with their people.
Yes, they are very people.
Left alone.
And I'll tell you something interesting about them. When the concept was first established and they started breeding these dogs, they weighed as much as 14 pounds. They were larger dogs and mainly used for ratters. And the aristocracy kind of looked down on them. What a pity. Because then some of the queens started going, you know, those are cute. So they started breeding them smaller and making them, as you right here, a little puppy that you can hold and pet and sit in your lap. And she says, don't tell me I'm a puppy. I'm 14 years old and I'm proud of it. She is adorable. So you have you're a breeder of Yorkies?
Yes, May has had 2 litters when she was younger, and I have another Yorkie that has also had 2 litters now.
I am so pleased because there again, what we try to do is find breeders who just don't overbreed, who breed because the dog has value. And that is the main reason. You breed to get better and better and better at that particular thing. And of course with Yorkies, I don't know how they could get better, but they are so adorable. What do you think, Britt? When your 2 twins, which you've just had twins here,
Yep,
when they grow older, this dog would be good. Now, not as little bitty babies because they could fall on them or hurt them. And with kids, I always say, let them have a dog when they're old enough to help take care of that.
Can they babysit? That's what I want to know.
Now you get a great big lab, that might be possible. Well, we have made May our dog of the week, and we have for you, Judy, a $100 gift certificate to A1 Pet Emporium for this little, you are a puppy, you will, yes, he says, actually I am, thank you very much. And we have all kinds of treats and toys in there for her. Is her hearing good at all, do you know?
Well, she's losing it a little bit, but she does
I think we lost a little bit of it. But here's a companion that she can sleep with and play with.
She does love toys.
Oh, and thank you so much for bringing her. They are adorable, adorable dogs. Folks, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Nicole is here with some law advice for us.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
Hey Dog Talk fans, make sure you join the conversation on social media. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. We'd love to hear a story of your furry friend, so send us an email to pat@dogtalktv.com. You could be featured as our dog of the week. Now, enjoy the show.
Guess what, guys? We have Nicole with us today, and she's going to tell us all about setting up a trust for your animals. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Pat. How are you?
Well, Brett and I were just talking about that, and we were saying, you know, if we have a pet and we pass before they do, what happens to those pets?
And to be honest with you, I know that's a lot of people's biggest fear is that, you know, unlike children, we don't have any guarantees about how our pets are going to be taken care of if we happen to die before they do. You know, historically, we've always kind of hoped for the best and say, oh, well, I know this family member will take care of them or this or that. But recently, you know, like you said, we've come into the realization that we need more formal arrangements. And actually in 2010, Oklahoma stepped in and we passed a law that allows us to set up trusts specifically to care for pets.
Oh, fantastic. So tell me the process then, if I'm going to do that. What do I do? First step.
Well, unfortunately, I have to recommend that you have an attorney help you with this because it can be kind of complicated. It can be done informally.
Well, we accept that thing. I want somebody smarter than me. I don't want to try to do it by myself.
I always try to find somebody the best person to do something I can't do.
Exactly.
It's a document that's developed, and there are forums out there and websites that can help you that can make things a little easier, and there actually is a distinction I'll explain in a second. Basically, you have to have a few things. You have to know who you want to take care of your dogs, that will be the trustee. You have to know who you want to be what they call the enforcer, which is the person that kind of makes the trustee accountable for what's going on. You have to know how much money or how many assets are going to be placed into the trust. And you have to know the caregiving instructions, like how you want your pet to be taken care of, and you can be as specific as you want. What kind of food do they need to eat? What kind of, sleeping arrangements? I mean, you can be very specific. We're all very particular about our pets, and we want them to be as comfortable as possible.
So do you have to have someone in case that person passes?
Yes, you do.
In other words, it's almost like a foster. I mean,
it's exactly right. Or in your will, you have people that you set up to take care of your children, but if they're not alive, then this person, and so on and so forth. Ultimately, the court could appoint someone to fulfill all those rules if you've exhausted every contingency in your trust. The distinction I was going to say before is that if the assets that you put into the trust are less than $20,000, then you don't have to formally file anything in the beginning. It will kind of be part of your will and your estate when it's all administered after you pass. But you need to think about how much you actually want to put into this, and that is the one downside to actually doing a formal trust, is the assets have to be transferred to the trust at the time you create it. You can't say, oh, well, I want this much money to go into the trust when I die. You have to do
You have
other
to
things.
set up the trust previously. And I can see that. And of course, we know basically how much it costs to feed and take care of an animal. But if it is, if you have an amount that you think, oh, I want to do exactly the right thing, so it's more. So what happens if that pet passes?
While okay, and actually that's another provision that you have to have in the trust documents, is you have to provide for what is going to happen for the remainder of the money. Who is it going to go to at that point? Additionally, you need to consider what kind of compensation that you're going to give to the beneficiary or the trustee for taking care of the animal. And that's one of the things that having an attorney kind of makes sure that all of the T's are crossed and I's are dotted.
Yeah, folks, it's really, really necessary to have an attorney, because if you are ill or say in hospice or something like that, and you want to contact that attorney, you want to have somebody that you can trust, that animal goes to, and you want to have it set up so that they don't damage the animal in case they get the trust afterwards. So it has to be, you have to be careful.
That wouldn't be a good person to leave your pet to.
Exactly. But you do have to be careful of those things, And
Nicole, do you is there situations that arise where people fight for an animal after somebody passes, and then that's really or is the trust just for the afterlife or the aftercare of the animal?
The trust really is just for care of the animal.
Okay.
If you're leaving your animal to the care of someone personally, you could actually just do this by will and give them money in your will to take care of that animal. That's a separate way to handle it as opposed to a formal trust.
So if I'm a relative of someone,
no, I'm just kidding.
You actually don't need a lawyer for a will. Most wills you can handwrite them and make them as specific or general as you want, and as long as they have your signature on them.
Give my dog $5,000 or whatever.
It's called a holographic will, and they're perfectly enforceable.
But you have to register those right with someone.
Actually, no. As long as someone has a copy of it that you would trust, or you can write out your will and send a copy to your lawyer, or send a copy to your children, or put it in a safety deposit box.
And you certify it, kind of thing. Well, you know, that is so very interesting because we all are so concerned about our animals. And invariably, an older person will end up with a younger dog. But in case of accidents and things like that happening, because it's not just from people getting aged, it's from also, like if you're in an automobile accident or something of that sort, some kind of thing that you didn't anticipate.
Right.
To have this already in place is really important. I have friends, when I did my Speak radio show, I had people call in that said that they have saved money every month. They were an older couple. They put money aside every month so that when, God forbid, it would happen, they would have that dog taken care of.
Wow.
And it is. All of mine are in trusts, and I really, really feel strongly about that. And with as many as I have, it was not easy. But
trust.
yes, exactly. Yes.
And that's
So-
the most enforceable way to do it,
It
is through a
is.
trust. The informal ways, you just kind of have to hope that everybody does the right
Yeah,
thing.
and that's the bottom line, folks. So do see an attorney. Do go to an attorney if you have questions like this. Now, Nicole, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, since you are already an expert at this kind of thing with the dog, with the animal deal, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, you can call my office at 405-726-9409, or feel free to email me. It's Nicole, Nicole, at mndlawfirm.com.
Fantastic. Well, we appreciate it so much. All the information you bring us is so important. It is. It's,
No, I didn't even think about this.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
oh my
know,
God, I have 4 Chihuahuas. I got to die before my wife. I can't deal with that.
before your Chihuahuas.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
No, don't do that. Thanks again, Nicole. We appreciate it.
I
We're
love
going to
it,
take a
Pat.
break, guys, and we'll be right back. Here's a quick tip for helping your dogs maintain a normal body temperature throughout the summer season. Provide cool water pools for them to hop into. Plastic baby pools are great. Also, new plastic cement mixing tubs are very inexpensive and sturdy. So, Trish Clark is with us today, and we are so happy to have her. How are you, my dear?
Good, how are you?
And Levi is here. Levi Lee, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you?
I'm just great. Now, tell me, and you have met Brett, of course.
Right.
Yep.
So tell me about this new store. I couldn't believe it. You said, Pat, we're going to have another. I said, another one?
I know,
This is
we
triplets you have.
We kind of thought the same thing. We're like, oh my gosh, what are we doing? So, so we opened our 3rd store in the South Side. So now we're down to help the South Side community, more Norman. So.
Oh man, I tell you, it is really exciting because, of course, when we drove down there, we went to see it, and I thought, wow, this is really a fur piece from Oklahoma City. But of course, that makes you one in the south, one in the middle, and one in the north.
Mm-hmm.
You got it covered.
So far, so good.
Yeah, it really was. And you know, when we went down, we took some video. I just couldn't believe we couldn't get in that store.
It was crazy.
It was.
It was a crazy day.
There was a line way out, and so we had to wait until it kind of got a little bit where we could, edge our way in.
Yeah. It was.
People were after food and dog
How do you
things.
figure out like where to open the store? Like, how do you do scouting? Do you do read? Can you send Levi out to like knock on people's doors? Like, how do you do that?
Levi's,
Door to
Levi's our newest member of our A1 family. We absolutely love him. He's been great. So if you visit our Southside store, you'll get to meet
okay.
Levi. Yeah. So
You
he's
the man now.
Yeah, he's
He's
down
the man, for sure.
And then, basically, my husband and I just kind of think, okay, where do we want to go next? And then we just start looking at areas and kind of seeing population and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
it makes sense. Well, you've been so successful in the other areas that it just stands to reason. Well, I want to show you this video because we had such fun. Once we could get in the store, we had
Yeah.
such fun. Watch this. So here we are, Brett.
Yes.
Cornered by two dog talk ladies.
You know, I love it, you know? Couldn't ask for anything better.
Well, we're down here to inspect your new facility.
Well, here we are in South Oklahoma City at Southwest 119th and Western, and we're happy to be here.
A perfect store with excellent people, excellent food, excellent facilities, dog collars, leashes, toys, feeding, everything, beds. You've got everything here.
Well, we try to concentrate primarily on the healthy, natural aspect of feeding for your dogs and cats, but we do have a good selection of lots of different types of items.
So the important thing is that you are open and ready to go. You're open every day except what?
No, we're actually open 7 days a week.
Oh, 7 days a
Yes,
week
we are.
down here. So that is excellent. You think that Alex is going to find something good here?
Oh, absolutely. We've got anything that Alex could ever want. We've got it here for him.
I believe it.
We've got a lot of great natural healthy foods.
Yes.
None of our foods have any corn, wheat, byproducts, artificial colors, soy, anything like that. We've got very high standards for our foods. We have customers that come in, they've gone through allergy tests with their dogs. They'll bring in like a notebook full of things, and we're very good at matching up the proper food that will help with their allergy situations and so forth.
Excellent.
So
That's wonderful.
our staff is well trained in that.
So what do we have here?
This is what they call the Vittles Vault, and this one holds up to 15 pounds of food. It's got a great sealing lid. It is sealed. It's got a little gasket on there.
Little scoop that
Yep, it comes with a food scoop.
What are these things here that we see?
Well, these things are difficult to keep the staff from eating the product.
I see.
These are all made out of human ingredients, and let me tell you something, these are like little cookies. They've got cranberry, there's pumpkin, there's apple, there's peach, blueberry. They're just wonderful treats, and let me tell you something, it's one of the only dog treats that I personally will eat.
I love it.
But they are delicious. Okay, we've got several different bowls here. These are the Bella bowls, and I like these. We do prefer the stainless steel bowls. It makes them easy to clean. It's good to keep things nice and sanitary for your dog's food. These are great. They can go in the dishwasher. They've got a little ring here that comes out so it doesn't get messed up in the dishwasher. I really like those. This is called the Fresh Flow filtered water fountain type thing. I like these. You basically keep water in it. It is filtered, and what I like about them is they don't splash, and it's just a nice, calm, filtered, circulating water that filters out, and it keeps your water nice and fresh. It's especially good for kitty cats because cats like to have running water. So these are fantastic, good seller here in our store.
Excellent, excellent. So, Gail Tucker, you are here with your pug rescue. How is it going?
It's going great. This is the third grand opening we've been at. So,
Yeah, and of course, pugs are one of the most popular breeds of dogs. How they wind up in shelters or in rescues is beyond me. But having said that, you had a lot of people here looking at yours today. What did you have to show them?
well, we probably had 25 pugs here today. Several fosters have come in. We've done several adoptions. Probably 5 or 6 adoptions already today.
Wow. And like most rescues, funds are always needed. So if they want to get in touch with you, they go on your website.
Yes, we have a website, homewardboundpugs.com, and we have a Facebook page, Homeward Bound Pugs.
Excellent.
So either way, they can get in touch with us. They can make a donation on either page.
You know, it's just amazing to me, though, you know, how many wonderful breeds there are, but pugs are very...
They're very companion. I mean, they just want to be with you.
They do.
They're Velcro
They
dogs.
bond
They're
as
Velcro.
closer than any breed I've ever seen. This is the thing, you know, little pugs are so special. So if you want one, get in touch with Pug Rescue and
Please.
do it soon. There are a lot of pugs
We have
who
a lot
need
of
your
them,
help.
a lot of them.
For sure.
And Andra is giving Alex a little bit of goat's milk by Primal, which is fantastic. It has natural probiotics. It keeps the gut in good shape, and it's also very tasty. We have found very few dogs or cats that don't like this goat's milk.
And a lot of people who do feed holistic foods do feed the goat milk.
Yes.
Because it is more digestible than the cow's milk.
Absolutely, and it is one of the most nutritionally complete foods on the planet.
I mean, this is the place to come, my dear. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, Pat. Thank you very much.
We're looking forward to everybody participating, so we will talk with you later. Thanks for the visit. What better, kids and dogs?
No.
I'm telling you.
That was awesome.
Hopping day.
It was awesome. We had such a good time, and everybody there was, it was like walking out on a party.
It was a party.
It was
like
a lot of
walking
in there, and everybody was. It was like carnival time. Everybody was so happy, and you made it all happen. And I'm so proud for you.
Thank you very much, Pat. We really appreciate your support.
Well, I appreciate everything that you guys do because, of course, on Dog Talk, we want the very best for our pets, and that's where to get
Awesome.
it for sure.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
We really appreciate it.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back.
All right.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So we're all going to talk about books right now, and the whole thing is get the kids out there and let them read. Hard copies are just wonderful. The electric stuff is okay, going online and getting it out, but opening one of these books is great. Absolutely.
Yeah, with me just having kids now, I'm a new dad, so this is something I'm going to have to start getting into.
Have to start remembering
thank you for doing all of this.
Well, and one time during last week, we went down to the memorial for the Murrah Building Memorial, and they had books over there that I can't tell you how good they are. I'm going to slip one in front of this, and the director's going to go crazy. Oh. But these are wonderful little books that you can get at the Murrah Building, the museum. Have you been down there?
Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah,
oh, it is
a lot of dignity. It's so dignified down there.
It is, and it's it was a tragic happening, but the way they present it and everything is just excellent. So you're going to push one of our other sponsors.
Pat, I love this magazine, OKC Pets Magazine, one of our wonderful sponsors. I'm just flipping through here, looking. There's an article about alpacas.
Oh,
I love that word, don't you? Alpaca. I can say alpaca all day. I want to name one of my boys Alpaca, but my wife said no. But this one right here, he's got an attitude. Look at this haircut they gave him. Do you think they give these or they grow like this?
No. This is the cut. This is the way they look.
Oh,
but the thing that is so interesting about them is some people think they look like camels. Some things they look like different kinds of animals. But the alpacas, and they're nice little animals.
Wonderful, wonderful magazine. Let's talk about the article in the back, authored by our own Pat Becker. So you want to start a rescue, tackling the rescue issue. Pat was talking to me earlier about people wanting to start their own rescues, but it's actually better if you volunteer
for one.
To assist a rescue.
You just have no idea what it takes to set up one of these rescues. And the successful ones, it's run like a business, and that's the important thing. Also, I wanted to talk about my books. We have 3 of them that are ready to go, and actually I have 5. I have 2 more that are waiting to get printed. And the idea, guys, is to make people understand dogs. Every one of these magazines or these books that I have talks about a different kind of animal. Most of them speak, so they tell you exactly what's going on. There are some sad parts, but mainly happy parts, and they all end up, in good homes, and that's the important thing. This one, as a matter of fact, the one about Bo, has been nominated for an award, so we are kind of
Wow,
waiting about that.
congratulations, Pat.
This is an excellent book, and I'm so pleased with it. It's to encourage kids to love being themselves. We have a DVD in it that really you can show your children, and they can sing along with it, and
Wow.
it's really kind of neat. So I did a little book signing this week that was so much fun. Would you like to see that?
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. Let's
Okay.
check it out.
It was fun. What fun we all had at Best of Books Bookstore as we displayed 4 of our new books, our t-shirts, and posters to talk about our dog stories. I talked with kids about their dogs and encouraged those without dogs to visit a local rescue or shelter when they were ready to include a pet into their families. Our DVD from the book I Love Being Me was a big hit. And I answered questions about dog behavior and gave some training tips, which the folks said they really appreciated. What an enjoyable event. I spoke with several of the moms about the importance of teaching their children to enjoy reading by giving them some of our books, which would encourage their reading skills and teach them how to enjoy and care for their pets. You know, it was such fun. We had a wonderful day. However, I did get a bit of a writer's cramp. Oh well, it was worth it. What a fun, fun day. Thank you, Best of Books, and everybody who came. It was a fun time, and I really appreciated everyone coming and participating. The children were great. The adults were very understanding. We played games and we did very interesting things. And I really, really, really enjoyed reaching out to those kids, those little faces, you know.
That was the cutest video. I saw some big cookies though, Pat.
We did serve some cookies.
Those were big cookies.
Yes, they enjoyed the cookies.
I would have been down there for some big cookies too. That was...
Well, when your children are old enough, now you have just had twins.
Right.
And what are their names?
Welcome to the world, Mason James and Cannon James, my little boys.
Oh, that is so super. So
Don't get me crying right now. I'm still emotional about it, you know.
Are you getting any rest?
No, that's why I'm delirious right now, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, you know, as a stand-up comedian, they ought to give you plenty of material.
Plenty of material. Plenty.
Well, we have so enjoyed having you. It's just been great.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. I love coming here. I appreciate it.
Well, you know, Ted and I decided we're going to send you out on some assignments. Would you do that for us?
I would love to. Well, but I'm going to take these books from my library.
You are certainly welcome to them. Guys, take care. We've had a wonderful, wonderful time. And thanks to Brett and everybody that participated. It was such an interesting show. We learned a lot, and that's the important thing. Have a great week, and we'll see you next weekend.
We're talking about dogs. Talking about big dogs, talking about little dogs, oh yeah. Chasing the ball, chasing the cat, digging hole, thing like that.